Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, kind of a warm day on the Suncoast today. Looking at 76 degrees, the current air temperature. Probably have a few more degrees to go before we start to shut off the heating with a little extra cloud cover around. 64-degree dew point, making it feel a little more humid than we've seen over the weekend. West wind coming in at 13. One of the reasons responsible for that increase in our dew points. We're going to have a fair amount of cloud cover around today, and we even have the potential of some of these clouds producing maybe a spot of drizzle. That's about it. The forecast over the next 24 hours all hinges on a frontal boundary and exactly what it does over the next 12 hours or so. 74 degrees in Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, 76 in Mayaca City, Wauchula, Arcadia, Parrish coming in at 75, so is Northport. 77 degrees in Punta Gorda. We've got 70 degrees in Inglewood, 72 in Venice, and then a little bit cooler with that west onshore wind. Longboat Key at 76, even though water temperatures have come up just a little bit. Everything is quiet across the area in terms of any kind of rainfall, but we have had a few splashes over on the other coast. Highlands County saw a brief little bit of rainfall. There's a little bit of rainfall over out in the Atlantic, the nearshore Atlantic waters, and also we've had occasionally a few pops of a little bit of drizzle falling from some of the clouds out in the Gulf. A lot of that not even reaching the ground, though. So it's not a big weather event, this frontal boundary, by any stretch of the imagination. Across the country, we've got, of course, some more storminess back in Texas, go all the way back toward the Four Corners, an area of low pressure there, which we'll have to watch. That one could eventually be a pretty good snowstorm for the Northeast. Right now, an area of low pressure spinning off the U.S. coast heading up toward Nova Scotia. This one could also produce some fairly decent snowfall totals as we head into the afternoon with parts of Maine and also upstate New York getting some lake effect snows. Plus, it's a very windy, blustery day through a lot of New York State. A little bit of a break in the weather for California. That's good news, but won't last long. There's a system offshore that'll move onshore that could produce, by the end of the week, another 4 to 6 inches of rainfall for that beleaguered dam. Now we're looking at the cloud cover kind of stretching across Florida Peninsula just off our coastline out in Gulf waters sinking south. That is all part of this frontal boundary, which is continuing to sink south. Now, as it does so, here's what's going to happen today and tomorrow. That front sinking south is going to stall out just to our south, and then some very moist, humid air is going to lift up over that. That front stalling south is going to act as kind of a ramp that'll allow that air to gently lift and rise and produce a fair amount of cloud cover, I think, compared to what we saw over the weekend with our beautiful blue skies. We'll see that cloud cover kind of lingering, I think, through tomorrow, perhaps, and bring us a sun-cloud mix. Maybe an isolated sprinkle during the hot part of the afternoon today, and maybe again tomorrow as well. But I think both today and tomorrow will feature some pretty quiet evening hours, maybe a little bit of overnight fog as well. So the forecast is shaping up like this for boaters today. North wind shifting to the east at about 10 knots, bringing a light chop and 2-foot seas. Pretty nice day for boating. And then the extended range forecast looks pretty good. We'll have a daytime high today of about 78, a little bit cooler tomorrow, a little bit more sunshine tomorrow, certainly a pleasant evening. And then the best chance of rain this week will be Wednesday and Saturday.